friends, welcome. Come and sit down. And please get your books out, your pens, pencils, and the periodic table that we were using last lesson. Everyone, you'll also notice that there's some names on the desk, so can you please make sure that you're sitting in your designated spot that's up on the board. We'll be working in groups today to do some activities, so it's really important that you're sitting in the right spot. All right, so to start off today's lesson, we're going to be looking further into the periodic table. So does anyone want to give me a refresher of what we did last lesson? Yes. Yeah, exactly. So we were looking at elements in the periodic table and we were determining how many electrons, protons, neutrons, and what their mass was, those kind of things that we can tell directly from their square in the periodic table. So today we're going to take that a little bit further. And Abby, can you please read out today's learning goal? Thank you. Yeah. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to analyze properties of elements and trends of the periodic table to determine unknown elements. So we're taking it a bit of a step further now, and we're looking at the actual trends of the periodic table itself. So over the next two lessons, we're going to be trying to determine what this unknown element is that I'm holding. So you're going to think of questions that you can ask me, rather than just what is this and how many electrons does it have. So you're going to ask me more abstract questions and then I'll give you the answer, and by the end of the next two lessons you should be able to tell me what this is just by asking me some questions. So in your partners we're going to do a quick think, pair, share activity. I want you to brainstorm some questions you can already think of now that you may be able to ask, and we're going to write those on the board. So take a few minutes to do that and discuss with the person next to you, and I'm just going to walk around the room and see how you guys are going. All right, so we're going to go around the room now. One person from each pair is going to tell me what you guys came up with and what questions you thought of, and I'm going to write some of those on the board. Okay, yeah, mass is a good one. Mass. Reactivity, yes, that's a great one. Color, yep, good. Yep. Hardness, yes. So whether it's hard or soft. Perfect. Yeah, that's a really good one. So metal, so it's metallic properties. Anything else? Yeah, conductivity, so that would go maybe under this one, but great. Good work, guys. So those are some great starting points. So what we're going to do now is to do some activities that are actually going to show us some of these properties, how they actually have trends on the periodic table. So this group in the front here, you're going to be looking at the history of the periodic table and doing some work on how it was actually set out to be the way that we see it today when we pull it out of our textbook. The next group, you're going to be doing electronegativity. So there's a worksheet on your desk. You're making a 3D periodic table. And then the group behind, you're doing metals and non-metals. So that's the metallic properties that we were just talking about. So you're going to be investigating the differences in properties between metals and non-metals. And our final group is going to be doing the atomic radii. So what you're doing is you're making little model atoms from the elements in the periodic table based on their atomic radii, and you'll see how that changes across the periodic table. So I want everyone to have a leader of the group that's going to come and get all the equipment and set up. We also need to have someone that's a scribe taking down all the notes, and then we'll distribute them amongst the group members. And I also need a speaker. So at the end of these activities, which is going to take about 35 to 40 minutes, it's going to take most of the lesson. So at the end of that, we're going to get everybody, one person from each group, to come up to the front and present what they found. And we're going to use this information to make the basis of our questioning to find out what our mystery element was. Right, does anyone have any questions? I'll be here to walk around and assist when needed, so please just call out. But yeah, everyone get to work. You've got lots to get done.